Alright, so hi guys, Marcelina here, and I'm working with Greg. So Greg is going to explain the different lighting, how much lights your citrus needs. So this is the last series of our video, and sorry we did not upload the video last week because we cut
2
up
weeks. 2 weeks. We were on sabbatical vacation.
Yes. Okay.
During the cold months, people are now watching gardening videos so much. Now the weather's starting to break. People are starting to look at how to grow plants finally. So today I'm going to finish the final episode of our series on citrus, and today we're going to be going over the lighting, what type of lighting, the best kind of lighting, how much lighting, and how to measure that lighting. So first of all, I want to go over there are 3 different ways of measuring the light that your plants are emitting. Number 1 is lumens, number 2 is lux, and number 3 is kelvins. So first we're going to go over the difference between lumen and Kelvin. Okay, lumen is the amount of light that a source is producing, like the sun. It produces so many lumens. It also has a certain amount of kelvins. But what the lumen measures is how much light is being put out. In other words, how bright this light is, and what's going to determine the effectiveness in it, if you have the right brightness, is the distance from there to the plant. The Kelvin, on the other hand, measures the warmth of the light and breaks it down into spectrum of color. And for most plants, they like the red and the blue spectrum, and you will see on the graphs. I'll put a little graph up here and show you. You see on the graph right here, the spikes on the red and the blue. And so most of those little LED grow lights that are full spectrum lighting and are producing more kelvins, you'll see they're mostly white, red, and blue little tiny LED bulbs in there. But science is starting to recognize that the green light does also play some effective role in producing chlorophyll. So that's something to take in consideration also.
So basically, you know, when you are growing this plant indoor, that is what you need to do, and Greg is going to explain it properly for you guys.
So now the difference between lumen and lux, this is a little bit tricky. Lumens, like I said before, it measures the amount of light that is produced by the source, but lux measures the amount of light that hits the surface of your plant. So how do you measure lux? Well, I'll tell you what.
I thought they're the same, you know, when you do lux and
yeah, they're not the same. They're all close, but not the same. You're to get a instrument that measures the Kelvin is going to cost you more than a couple $100, but you can get a Lux Meter, and you can get one of these under $100.
This is really a nice tool. This
is a nice little tool. It looks like this, right? It comes with a little protective cap. It takes the little cap off, and it's got a little light sensor on here, and if you turn it on, it'll tell you the amount of lux, and it's about 4:45. It's sunset. We're sitting at about 3,000. Now it's 2,000 when I shine it down like that, but if I turn it up like this, it goes all the way up to 3,000 plus, 3,000 lux. But let's put it in front of the light bulb here, right here, and right here it's going up to 4, 5, 46. 47, 48. If I put it closer, I get it up to 80. I'm up to 9,000 lux. If you see it real quick before it goes down, it's already down. It cuts down really fast, but up to 9,000 lux if I get it close.
So if you don't know how much the light is, this is better to have it in hand, because you can tell.
Now, since we're talking about citrus, we want to discuss how many lux and how many kelvins and how many lumens do we need for citrus. All right. So for the citrus, you're looking at full spectrum lighting, which is about 6,500 Kelvin. All right, that's about what you're looking for. When it comes to your when it comes to your Lux, you have two different stages. You have young plants which need more light than the mature plants. So you're going to need about 10 to 15,000 lux of lighting for your small citrus, and when it's fruiting and producing fruit, it needs between 15 to 20,000. So keep that in mind. You're going to need more than just one little LED light on there. You might have to get like a whole panel, or get a couple of these around your trees to get them to produce the lighting that they need.
And also you have to, there is a timer on that, because
yeah,
you don't want to keep the light on all the time. You need to have a break for the plants, otherwise your plant will be confused what's day or night.
This is a 60 watt full spectrum light. It has a 3-step timer on it, a 4, 8, and 12. It comes on exactly the same time every day. It shuts off automatically, so you never have to turn it off. You can dip this in water. It's 100% waterproof. It has 5 different dimmers on this thing right here.
You can adjust.
I mostly has a little
adjust
controller here where you can turn it on and off, and you can adjust the different temperatures or different light. Let's say temperatures. See how it goes down and it goes up? Yeah, and you can increase it. You can
I
turn
mostly
it on,
set
turn it
to
off.
12 hours.
Yeah, we like 12 hours.
12 hours because your citrus needs at least 8
This
to
this
8
is
hours.
this is really a nice little light system, because it has a big heavy duty clip. It takes pretty good hand strength, maybe 2 hands, to spread this apart, and you can put it on a window ledge. You can put it on clip it onto a plant, a table, an arm of a chair, whatever.
And you can put
move,
anywhere as long as there is a holder.
You can bend these little arms down in any position. You got one plant low, you got one plant high. You can
How
put it
many
in any
lights do we
position you
have
want.
in our house?
We got about 10 of these inside the house, because we have so many house plants that don't have enough lighting for inside the house from the sun and the windows, because we have mostly a west and a south window. But these are really nice little lights, and these run for about $28.
You can check the link below description.
Yeah, put a link down there for you.
So you said that LED is better to get done.
You got 2 different kind of light. Well, incandescent is just not going to cut it for you. It doesn't have any of the qualities that you need. You need to go with LED or metal halide. 2 different types of lights. I'll put a picture here. You can see the picture. And you have basically four different things you want to take a look at when you're dealing with metal halide and metal halide and LED lighting. LED is your best source to go with. Metal halides produce a lot of heat, number one. LEDs are cool. They produce a lot. They take up a lot of energy, and your LEDs use very little energy to run.
Are they still using that?
Yes.
Nowadays?
Yes. They use metal halides, and a lot of your big nurseries still use metal halides.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they still use them in the in the fish, the aquarium business, still use metal halides because
of the heat,
because the light penetrates the water for coral growth. You get, I forgot this one here. The lifespan on your LEDs, these can last for a long time, over 10 years. And your metal halides have to be replaced at least once a year. Metal halides, I was a saltwater enthusiast for over 20 years, and the metal halide bulbs alone were over $100 just to replace a bulb. And then your
that's expensive, you know.
Yeah, it's an expensive unit. You're going to pay $200-300 for metal halide, and that's one of the cheaper ones. And then with your full spectrum, your spectrum lighting, your LED lights can be customized to produce the exact type of Kelvin kind of light that you want. A lot of them will allow you to trigger more red, more blue, or balance them out. You can't do that with a metal halide. It's all or none, all at the same time.
So it's just
LED. Go with the LED. It's cheaper. Uses less electricity. It lasts longer. It's cooler. It's an overall winner over the metal halides. So your metal halides, you can put your hand underneath it, it'll burn your hand. So if it burns your hand, it means it can fry your plant if you don't have it at the right distance. So what you want to do is with your Lux meter is when you have it turned on, you can get a little plant here. Hold this up underneath the light. When you have, let's say this is your
How about the greenhouse?
citrus. Well, no. You turn your light on, and you hold it underneath your plant, and you put the tip of the sensor, the light sensor, right at the top of the plant, and measure how many lux you're getting. When you get the right lux, then you know the proper distance to keep your plant from the light source. If you're way off down here, it's not getting enough because this one little light may not be producing enough light in order for it to hit the surface of this leaf. This is what you're measuring in lux, is the amount of light that is hitting the surface of the leaf, not how bright it is. If I hold it up here right next to the light right here, it's going to go all the way up to 12,000.
So what is the ideal lumen, or the ideal?
10 to 15,000. 10 to
15,000?
15,000 for young tender plants like this size. But then when they start getting bigger, like our other citrus plants
They
that
need
have
more,
flowers and are bearing fruit, then you need 15 to 20,000. All right.
So that is
And that's
pretty
about-
much.
that's pretty much it all about. That nails it all about lighting.
straightforward.
Yeah.
And I think
Your
this
natural
is so cool.
sunlight is the best.
It's so cool that you purchased this, because I don't know how much light my plants indoor are getting.
Yeah, we just go out and buy full metal or full spectrum lighting, and whatever they get, they get.
Yeah. So mostly we don't we grow our citrus in the greenhouse, but for those of you who don't have greenhouse, you're more likely to grow your citrus, keep in the winter inside the home. So I think this is the best tool to have in hand.
This
So,
you need this tool.
how much is this?
It was about $35.
$35
Yeah.
for this?
Yeah.
Wow.
You need this tool. You need your water
It's almost like
pH.
walkie-talkie.
You need your soil pH meter. You need those three tools for not just citrus, but really if you're going to be growing any type of plant. And I'll give you guys a little secret here. That Chat GPT, if you want to find out how much light, if you're growing philodendrons, go on Chat GPT and ask what is the amount of lux required for philodendrons or for any other plant that you want, and that program will tell you exactly how many you need to have. So it's a great little tool for asking certain questions that are very specific that nobody has covered. Try it out. Yeah, it's free. You can use the free version, and it works really well. So that's all I have on light for you guys.
So
I'll put a link down below if you're interested in grabbing one or more of these little lights. These are really sweet. Or if you want the meter, I'll put all that down in the description below for you.
and if you want citrus, we have citrus here.
We got citrus. If you're having problems with your mealybugs, aphids, or any other type of pest, check out the link down below for Aztec Plus. It is one awesome pesticide and fungicide that will protect your plants from both. And pretty soon we have the Aztec potting mix coming up, and this is going to be specially formulated for orchids, philodendrons, and citrus.
So we are working into creating a good environment for each plants we have, and we are going to share this information with you guys. So for those of you who haven't subscribed this channel, go ahead, subscribe guys, and join
Click
with
that
the
button down there.
gardening family. So this is for now.
Yep,
Time
that's
to
it.
wrap up.
Time to wrap it up. That's a cut. Till next time, a peace out.